It has become
disaster.
Oh gosh.
All right. The political situation in Rivers State remains tense and days ahead are uncertain. In the face of this, excuse me. All right. A member of the State House of Assembly, Enemi Alabo, has offered an explanation on the reason behind the defection of 27 lawmakers on the platform of the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress, APC. He cited internal division within the PDP as the primary reason for the defection. According to Alabo, the lack of clarity regarding the party leadership highlighted the challenges faced by the PDP members, including the burning of the assembly chambers and intimidation. You know, you have to give a ground according to section 109 so that these guys will not lose their seats. And the People's Democratic Party has said it yesterday, and one NGO actually wrote yesterday to the Independent National Electoral Commission that the seats of these 27 lawmakers should be declared vacant for the breach of section 109 of the Constitution. Now they are saying that before now, they've had this agitation about the position of the National Secretary, that Senator Ayam Samdadi, that he contested in Imo State, and we don't know, maybe he's back as the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. That is causing confusion within the stakeholders of the Southeast. Jide?
Yes, just as you said, for people who are defecting, they will lay out the grounds upon which they are defecting, and it's not going to be for one reason. There's no doubt that there is political crisis in Rivers State, and it involves the PDP. The PDP, it involves the governor and his godfather, the FCT minister, Yisong Wike, and it led to the burning of State Assembly and the factionalization of the Assembly itself, yes, with the potential for even violence, an uncontrollable level of violence. So this is an excuse, but it is for the courts to
not decide.
Because even at the national level, there is a level of division too, you know, at the party level, because it was this, they went into the last election with that division in place. The chairman of the party is still on suspension, so to say. The courts have said, no, you can't come back to your seat for now, because they took him to court. That is the person that was elected at the convention of the party. He's been told to stay away, and his deputy from Yobe State is the one who is acting in his place. You know the way the courts decide. We are journalists. There is no guarantee that if they get a good lawyer, they won't be able to prove that indeed there is crisis in their party, and they cannot stay where there is crisis. Especially where they've started going after one another, you know, attacking one another, setting houses ablaze, even going to the point of attacking one of the members, going to the home of one of the members.
Yes, to attack his family.
Yeah, so this is subject to interpretation. But I know that the law says that you must prove that at the national level there is division. So if they can prove that, apart from the big crisis that they are facing in their state, if they can prove that at the national level there is division, then they will be able to keep their seats. In any case, how many times have we seen the INEC declare, especially when so many people are living like this? You've seen it happen, and even in Imo, many of them crossed to the ruling party. We've seen it in different.
And nothing happened.
Yes, and you see, What are we in Zamfara? When the governor defected, some went with him. Abi? Because they were all originally PDP members.
Yes.
So how many of them lost their seats? So sometimes these laws are difficult to implement because you may feel that the law is written in simple English, but of course the devil is in the interpretation. And
You choose the one.
and we have seen clearly that many of English words do not necessarily constitute the same legal meaning. The legal meaning of a word may be different from the literal meaning.
Lawyers will even tell you that the spirit behind that part of the constitution.
Yes.
Yeah.
That there's a spirit.
So
You guys are telling me.
I'm telling you this because I'm hearing people say, they will lose their seats. They will lose their seat. Neighbor, they are going to open their eyes. And how many times have you seen like 27 people lose their seats?
27 people
It's a lot of.
INEC should declare it weekend.
No way.
Now
It's a far shot.
The terrible thing, the bad part of it there is that when we were analyzing it for our news assembly yesterday, we looked at it. The House of Assembly now told the governor that all his bills that will be coming to that place, he should forget it. That they will not pass it. And this is a kind of stalemate situation in that state. That means governance will not move in that state.
Unfortunately.
Except something is done.
Unfortunately. You know, in all this now, it is not the people's
At all.
interest that is at stake.
Far.
It is the interest of some few individuals. It is these few individuals who are holding the state to ransom. And what I see here is that, look, what is going on in Rivers is like a tiny spark. We can set the whole house ablaze. And there is a need to find a way to resolve this matter. For instance, many of us thought that the intervention of the president has brought down all the tension before this came in. And now, what is happening now is, if care is not taken, the whole thing will collapse in that state. Earlier this morning, somebody was saying that, okay, what is left? The governor himself should declare and defect to APC. And I said, no, it won't happen. Or even if it happens.
He's the leader of PDP now.
That even if it happens, it is a case of Nilu Ondani. You are not. You have been declared as an outcast, and then you are raising song. Who will sing it along with you? The problem in that state is between the governor and the minister, the Federal Capital Territory minister. So, unless the governor is ready to give everything that, okay, I become a figurehead, everything will be decided by you, then that's the way the case might be resolved. So in this case now, I honestly just think that it is a crisis that is brewing. And if it is not well managed, it is going to cause a lot of problem in that state. And unfortunately, the innocent people don't have anything in this. Because in the actual fact, all these 27 members who defected, did they go back to their constituencies to tell them or to ask them that, look, this is the problem, I want to defect? So it's a case of the tail wagging the dog now. The votes of the people don't count again. It is those that they voted for who are now dictating where they should go. We should not be. And someone was saying some time ago that we need to rewrite that our constitution. Is it to rewrite it or to find a way to make it effective? You cannot be voted in from on a party platform and then you defect to another party and continue to sit in that place. When you didn't go back to your constituency to tell them that this is what I want to do, and they said, okay, we have agreed with you, go ahead and do it. So how do we resolve this? I think it's a tiny spark that may burn down the whole house.
Jide, what's the best way out of this kind of crisis?
I'm just seeing a letter from Chief Kingsley Chukwu Dere, the state legal advisor of the PDP. Copied the national legal advisor and addressed the letter to the state acting party chairman of the PDP. And he's saying that he's demanding that you take immediate necessary steps to declare the seats, referring to the
defection.
Yes, that letter was authored by his assistant. That's the one demanding for the defection. And he's saying that he was not consulted, you know. And he's saying, let me reiterate that the assistant legal advisor acted solely on his own accord, without consultation with or deference to me as the substantive legal advisor. Sir, it is within your power as the state acting chairman of our party to direct the state party secretary to summon an emergency meeting of the state executive committee to give a holistic consideration and review of all the issues, take resolutions on the way forward, and communicate same to the national secretariat in the interest of our great party. So he's saying that he was surprised, he was shocked that his assistant authored that statement in which
they were calling for the seat
told INEC, yes.
But has he said the wrong thing, Jide?
No, but
has he said
but you see, it's the position.
Okay.
You see, in that position, he's supposed to speak for everyone. It can't be your own personal decision. And if there was no meeting, they didn't agree, you are not supposed to come out like that and say this is, because at the end of the day, it's the party that you are speaking for. And the person who is the substantive legal advisor was not even
consulted.
Yes, consulted. Neither was the secretary of the party in the state or even members of the ESCO. I mean, that is wrong now. They are supposed to agree that this is the way forward. And that's why he's calling for a meeting, you know, to be chaired by the acting chairman, with the secretary, asking the secretary to call for a meeting where they can now decide on this matter, that this is the way forward. This is what we want to do. So as far as he's concerned, as the substantive legal advisor, this letter was solely authored by
the guy is on his own.
Yes, that he never consulted.
So you can see this.
How best can we settle this issue now? 47 members defecting to APC. And
when
telling
we said
Governor Fubara that, look, you are on your own, we will not accept
so
anything.
whether the thing is, whether they defect or not, they are supposed to perform the functions ascribed to their office.
Yes.
Their duty is to
legislate
on even bills sponsored by the executive. You cannot say because you have political references that the executive sends a bill and you say you are not going to touch it. That is brinksmanship, extreme brinksmanship, and it makes no sense. You are supposed to. We've seen houses. We've seen houses of assembly where nearly everybody is in a rival party to the governor. Nasarawa in those
Nasarawa, yes.
When they were in the PDP, Makura was in
and it's
CPC. You know, even when they tried to impeach him, they failed.
Did not work.
But at least the functions of the state were being done. You can't have a situation in which you say that, okay, because you are in a rival party, therefore you will not treat any bill sent to you or any correspondence from the governor you will not attend to. It makes no sense. Yes, because
you do your responsibility at first.
You look at every issue on its merit.
Even if you are in the same party, doesn't mean so.
You look at everything on its merit. If the governor sends in a bill that is in the overriding interest of the it will be irresponsible of you to say that
exactly
touch it. You are not going to have anything to do with it. That is not. It makes no sense. Whatever the position that you hold, the business of the state must go on. I said it at that time that look, if these people don't reconcile their differences, it's not going to be of benefit to either of them. And I still insist that the best thing is for them to resolve this issue. How it came to the point that they couldn't resolve it is what baffles me, because I thought that, okay, the governor was a gentleman and Wike himself will have the heart to forgive so that they can come together.
Exactly.
It's such a shame that the president intervened
And
the leadership of the PDP thanked the president for intervening, and these two individuals still allowed the matter to degenerate. It is to their shame that they cannot resolve what was supposed to be a family affair. I mean, it's not leadership, it's not maturity. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
at all.
There is no disagreement that cannot be resolved. We've seen people used to cut each other's throats, come together to resolve issues. I always refer to this Butelezi group and the ANC.
Yes.
They were cutting each other's necks. It was described back then as black on black violence.
Yeah.
They were cutting in public.
At the end of the
in broad
day,
daylight,
yes.
they will stab
Yes.
each other. They were filming it for the world to see. But in the end, they resolved this. Both Butelezi became a deputy president.
Yes.
And just like I think Clark too at that.
Yes.
To Mandela, and it worked. The whole problem ended. But this ones, the Nigerian politician just believes in the winner takes all mantra. Oh, I must be the most dominant fish in the pond. No, it does. Politics does not work like that. And if somebody has helped you to get to a position, you owe it to him to be loyal. Forget about what people are saying to you. You owe it to him to be loyal. It is even too early in the day for a quarrel to happen.
You have thought through all this.
Look at Ochendo Global. Ochendo Global.
Yeah.
He waited at least for 4 years before he moved against Ojus Okalu. Chodoji. He waited at least for 4 years. It was after 4 years that we started seeing.
But you know, in this now, what is the cause of the disagreement? We don't even know.
We don't have the details.
We don't have the details. So,
We don't have the details.
is it that the man was overreaching himself? I mean, the
No,
governor.
so we had that. Okay, he's
or
moving.
Structure.
He said he was moving towards the enemies of the man who put him there.
but
You know, when you start holding meetings with the enemies of the man who put you there,
who are the
he knows
enemies of
that,
the man?
are looking
of course,
for
there are
them.
political enemies.
Yes.
Is Amechi his friend, for example? Will you say Amechi is his friend? You can't say that. And there are others like that. Will you say today that the then governor for your, if you...
Omeya.
Omeya, will you say that they are
There are
chumming?
no much again.
There are no more. So there are people now that are not in agreement with Wike.
But you know.
So they are saying that he's now fraternizing with those people. Of course.
No, but the man might be trying to build bridges.
And
what
then
is wrong
let him
with that?
explain. Let him explain that. Okay, sorry, this is you. You.
But do they give him the chance to explain?
He said something when you interviewed him. He said, okay, when they said they were threatening to impeach him, did he reach out to me? Did he tell me that, Oga, these people are moving against me, or what is happening now?
So
Bishop,
now,
you are there.
so what is happening
So
there?
what do you think? Is that normal?
In clear terms, what
Because
is
that's your
happening there?
political father.